right. Good afternoon. Yeah, and this is the Learning Hub. It's the Tech Hub actually, not the Learning Hub. But yeah, you're most welcome to this class. And yeah, so we are doing machine learning techniques for students' performance prediction. And just like in my previous video where we talked about the types of machine learning and how they can be used to what they can be used in order to gain from this activity of student performance prediction. So yeah, I will leave that to the previous video, and now let's get started. So today we are going to use some past experience of other people. It's not necessarily us doing the work, but it's what other people have done, what they have experienced, so that we don't go into the field when we are blind. So yeah, we are going to be using this book. The book is entitled Advances in Parallel Computing Technologies and Applications, and I kind of picked out only this students part. Yeah, that is about the students prediction. The link to the book is there, and I think I'm also going to drop it in the description. So yeah, please I'll be waiting for it. You can check the description for that. So yeah, to the introduction, we know that machine learning is being adopted in all sectors of life, economics and politics and all that. And today we are trying to do a book study to learn from experiences of other people while trying to make a model that does the same thing. The same thing is the students performance prediction, so that we know if a certain student will fail or pass, something like that. So in our computational problem, in order for us to get a solution, we're going to use data mining algorithms. Data mining, in short, is the process of extracting data from a data set and converting it into an understandable structure, yeah, so that we can be able to pick meaning out of it. Like, you get the data the way it is, and then you perform data mining so that you only extract the parts you want, and something like that. So from what these people used from the research in this book, actually my presentation is a summary of what the people in the book did. So they kind of use data mining algorithms like decision tree influence, KNN classifier, KNN, that is K nearest neighbor classifier, and unexperienced bias. Yeah, so a decision tree is used in a way that features that are near the top features are like could be the age, could be the marks of the students that they are getting. So yeah, it's about decision trees work in a way that the features that are very important come first in that decision tree, then the features that are not so important go last. So we kind of like classify very fast. Let me say an important feature, like the first thing that we use to classify our data is gender. So it could be you first classify the students into male and female, then they meet another node of that tree, and then they are classified, something like that. So it was kind of what they used in this module in order to be able to get what they wanted. And if you are to look at their way of doing things, this is it mainly. So you kind of get the data set, then they did the data pre-processing step, kind of like data mining happens at this step, or the two steps actually. The two steps, this one and this one, of data pre-processing and feature extraction. So feature extraction is literally removing only the features that we need, that we want our algorithms to base on in order to generate what? In order to generate outputs. Then we are going to put it into our model, and yeah, we are good to go. So after doing the feature extraction, we kind of have the machine learning algorithms, and these two help us create the model. And we have the right data and we have the right algorithm, we create a model so that it starts we create the model. It learns through classification, meaning classification is under supervised learning. So these people adopted supervised learning kind of thing. So the data is labeled, and as we are going to see on. So this is an example of that data. It kind of has very many attributes or features, and you can see that they are arranged in a way that sex comes first, then age. These are like the important parts of the data, so that because they have to come first in the decision tree, then followed by the rest, and then we get our output, something like that. So the models used, I can say we have logistic regression, SVM, and neural networks. And yeah, so they kind of developed three models, and they based on all these three in order to be able to get the models. So they generated three models, and out of that, the competition was really high because this is the best model, the logistic regression, and then the SVM, and then the neural network. So this was more accurate than the other two, but the difference is not that big. So yeah, that is what they got, and those are the references to where they got their data from, the book, and where they got the data from, and all things like that. So yeah, I guess that marks the end of this presentation. We can see from like the past experience that we can be able to use this kind of data. And then there is the evaluation bit, the model evaluation. So my evaluation was carried out, I can say, and these are kind of the accuracy. This one is only based on accuracy, as we can see here, and the model was about 60. This is around 67% accurate. So I can say you can deploy that. It is not life threatening that you need very big numbers, but it can really get the job done. So the models were good. Logistic regression would be a good thing to use according to this data set. It doesn't it You might come up with something else. This is literally to guide you in kind of the decisions you have to make, but yeah, it does make sense. So thank you so much for listening to me, and that marks the end of this video. Have a good evening. Thank you.